It's the time for the package from China. Let's go. So let's start with, let's see, Gamebox Plus. We have two Gamebox Plus. You know, it's kind of annoying, but also kind of confusing. So let's start with that. So let's remove this X9. This is also a new version. So let's start with this Gamebox Plus, the blue edition. Let's see what we're actually going to get with this. So when it comes to these game boxes, there are so many versions out there. So it seems to be this is the one on 28 GB, the English edition. I am guessing that is the reason why it says EN. So let's open it up and let's see what we're going to get inside the box itself. Here we're going to get ourselves this machine itself. It's this basically like square shape model. It comes indeed with a bulb and fan, so they are starting to learn from the mistakes when it comes to the Super Console X, that it was like a passive cooled device. The dongle for the controllers, USB card reader, HDMI. We do get a power supply. Hey, they sent me the right one, the European version. And of course the toilet paper edition manual, or like, what the hell? Oh, this is basically explanation how you need to add files. And that's the reason why they give you this 2.0. I don't understand why they give you like a 2.0 freaking card really. These things are freaking slow. Especially want to load up a lot of files. And here a quick explanation about how everything works in 2 languages, and that's it. Alright, so the first controller test that we need to do is smell it. So man, these things smell chemical, like burnt plastic. Like, I don't know how chemical it is. And do you know, the fact is, like when you're holding them for a very long time, it's going to be like smelling. The smelling of the control is going to be like on your hands. And what the... Okay, so that is the weirdest configuration I've ever seen when it comes to the freaking controllers. Look at the way this L1 is in here. Like, man, this feels so weird. Like, is this just a normal thing, or they just freaking messed it up here? No, they just they just completely like messed it up with the assembly. Oh man. So yeah, the joysticks feel okay. They do have like this rubber compound on top, because the cheap ones mostly have like only plastic. The D-pad feels quite nice. Same goes for the ABXY. But the controls are super cheap feel. They work on 2 AAA batteries. Here we have going the on and off switch over here. But yeah, this is what we're going to get with the controllers. They smell like chemical and they are like very cheap, the cheap quality. But let's talk about the Gamebox Plus. Ooh, what is so plus about it? It's not a fan, because it was also included in the previous model. Okay, so at the side we're going to get ourselves an AV port, HD, DC input, on and off switch. That is very rare, because not all of these things does have that. And optical out seems to be, they would have like 2 USB ports over here. And then we're going to get the micro SD slot. There's even like a quality seal. I'm still going to open it up. I'm guessing there are no screws, it's just click together. Like, the shell is very flimsy, like very plastic and cheap. But later on we'll do a quick teardown just to see how good or how bad this thing is. Alright, so let's take a close look at the connectivity and how everything works. So to begin with, this works on the 12 volt 1 amp power supply. And this thing is like cheap to the cheap. Let's plug it in and let's power on the box itself. Ooh, it comes in a very nice red LED. Oh, RGB inside. Okay, so I must say that it looks kind of cool. It gives you like the special intro, but... Oh man, like, what have this to do with the freaking God of War franchise? Nothing at all. Alright, and after the movie you're going to get a quick loading screen, so I don't know what's the point is with this freaking intro. You can't even skip it so far, I know. But the teleportation magic box. So what you can see over here, it does give you like a screenshot. It's not actually like a video, but more like a picture. The box itself does have a lot of features like favorites, but we also have the option to search. So let's try that. And also we were going to get a quick load, quick save, and of course pressing start and double click select, we're going to exit to the main menu. In the left bottom corner you can see which controller is navigating. Here you can see like it's basically blinking with player number 1 over there. But the menu layout is quite basic if you ask me. But first let's try the search by pressing the Y button. just to see what happens. Ooh, takes some time to load it up. Alright, don't need to press the freaking A button for that. I think I'm using the B. That is going to be navigating. Yep, it is. Let's see if we can find some games like Mortal Kombat. What I do like about it, I can navigate very quickly between the left and the right. And at the left side we do have like the indication which system the game is for. Something that I'm missing with a lot of these systems. But here you can see we do have a lot of options there. And the reason why is quite simple. That is over here. When pressing the L1 or the R1, you can switch between systems. So we have PlayStation Portable, Dreamcast, Naomi, Nintendo DS, N64, PlayStation 1, Arcade, Super Famicom, Game Boy Advance, Mega Drive, Famicom, Game Boy Color, and the list goes on and on and on. I must say, like, that is quite interesting that the system does have support for so many different devices. Sometimes you don't see that, you do see like a couple of them, like on these cheap boxes, but not that much. So it's quite interesting. And here we're going to get the favorite list. And I'm really curious if this Ghost of Sparta is actually running. Alright, so let's choose the PlayStation Portable game, the God of War. And the reason why, because it's the most demanding game. And I don't know what kind of emulator they are using, because it's like being in a glitch fest. Look at this, like everything is like messed up. Beside the point we're going to get like some choppy emulation performance, it's not going to be even decent enough to enjoy. Look at this. This is the God of War, or let's say the God of glitching. That's the thing what it is. Woo! Glitch away! I kill you with my glitch swords. Woo! The chains on kinkiness. Yeah. Absolutely garbage. Okay, I just wanted to do a quick test with another game, and I've noticed like there are some weird lines in my display. I know my monitor isn't broken. This is just how it is, you know. Let's see if the gameplay is going to be any decent enough to enjoy. The lines have been vanished now. You can hear that it started in the beginning, but... yeah, you can just hear it started like crazy. But you see, like, some of the games are playable with some glitches. Okay, I'm curious about Sega Dreamcast, how that will run on this device. Because the PlayStation Portable was not a great success, so let's see how that runs. Ooh. Decoration is one of the more demanding games, so... let's see if I can do any moves whatsoever. Yeah, so the D-pad is responsible on this thing. But you can just hear it has so much problems with this freaking game. But the reason I wanted to try this game, because most of these cheap boxes do also have an issue with this. Audio is completely messed up. Alright. Are there any screws in here? No, not really. We need to remove this. It's always very recommended to remove the SD card, otherwise you can sometimes mess it up. 128 gigabyte. Oh, I thought it was saying Nokia, but no, there isn't. Okay, so this basically what we're going to get in the inside when it comes to the main board. It feels quite hot after using for a very short time period. Let's remove the plug for the fan itself. Damn it, I think they glued it on here. There's no really specification. They're still using this greenish board, and I mean with it, like, it's looking very old, but it doesn't need to be the case. I see a lot of numbers on this thing. It's absolutely crazy if you think about it, like how much numbers, but there was no indication like when this thing was made. So one thing I do notice, like, this thing weighs quite heavy, and There's a big cooling plaque of metal on here, and basically they're using this on top, and it's not really sucking the hot air out, it's just blowing fresh air inside. But the downside to this is there is no way, or there's not a lot of ventilation holes, because these holes are for the LEDs over there. So it's all fun, they like suck in fresh air, but there is need to be an exhaust when it comes to that. But yeah, for the cooling it's okay, like nice metal sheet on it. I'm guessing they glued it on because there is no movement whatsoever. Sometimes you have these double-sided thermal paste stuff, but that is not the case over here. But yeah, this is what you're going to get in the inside. There is nothing much. The fan is just a universal fan. They only put it in here like with holds back with one screw. But that's it. That's the only thing that we're going to get.